You come back to the same thing as like, yeah, are we looking for positives here for Pacific? Yes, but in terms of what we've seen, it's still just, I mean, Valorant obviously having a rough series last week as well. Certainly want to see him bounce back. There are still front runners here for the Pacific roster to have impact, and early on here, we'll scuffle in mid. It's Alpha and 7 to find kills, but evened up here to a 4v4. Yeah, still the second layer of this, as you said, the trap here from Crashies.
Well, they're just waiting. Kayak is the contact. The second he makes contact, the flash is going to come out, and I don't know if there's any way past it. Of course, getting those pistol rounds, it was something that was mentioned by Cooper. I think they might need a little bit more than just the pistols, but they're at least doing all right in the pistol and seen it. Okay. Maybe we can go back to 2021 and this guy could take over the game. I feel like this might be more of a flash in the pan, but it's definitely a good start. Oster finds himself here in a 1v3.
And not going to be able to prevent this transition to sight, but might just catch somebody, potentially Valorant. Exploring back up, actually, no, does have the timing. Seen it probably spotted on that jump spot though. And Ninja, the one to clean it up here. Pistol round on the board for Pacific. Again, to come back to Cena, probably been the easy target in this roster, I think, as well, being the biggest name, the one that we've spent, well, years at this point, just wanting him to get back to closer to that ceiling. Not necessarily, you know, I mean, I think it's unrealistic expectation with, certainly with this roster, to see him reach the heights he has achieved, but again, I think the easy target.
Yeah, I think especially with the amount of teams that he's gone through, that you kind of go like, okay, that Na'Vi team looked pretty decent, Foot looked pretty decent with the players that they had, and then the team afterwards ended up looking quite good as well. So this is kind of it almost feels like a bit of a last chance. Obviously a lot changing next year.
Yeah, I think so.
But for Pacific, they are that team that we kind of look at as like, okay, we expect them to finish last. Anything better would be a huge improvement. Playoffs would be incredible. But as you sort of set up, we'd also then just start to look at Fnatic and go, okay, what went wrong if you don't win this series?
Yeah, slow approach from Pacific. This round 2, probably anticipating a little bit of aggression. Valorant will win out versus Kayak elsewhere. Sined and Vekaj will trade out the 7 to clean this up. Crashies can't find anything on the back of that Pacific. 4 standing. Second round converted here. Yeah, will be fairly healthy in terms of the purchase and, well, what they carry forward here. Sined just going to throw a scope in the mix and a couple of light shields on the other side. Yeah, for me, again, Pacific, I might be wrong with this, but I don't think have won an attacking half of split, and when it sits towards the top of what you feel your map pool is, certainly here, a tall order to win out an attacking half versus Fnatic.
Well, yeah, this stage they were 3-8 and 4-8. So looking for an improvement. They definitely had decent success getting into the post plant. It was just holding on to it once they were there, making some catastrophic errors. If they fix those, maybe this could be a little bit more competitive, and that's one hell of a start. Cupid managing to eliminate Kayak in the early round, and now they can fall back and look to reposition.
Only a little chip damage done on Sined, so we get away with that one scot-free. Alpha tasked with holding on to A site for the time being, as Pacific will make their way through sewers. Valorant hasn't shown his hand just yet. Sined will be confirmed here from the flash. Still presence noted.
Yeah, he did well in the last series to almost just sell these fakes on the other side of the map. When you have that secondary duelist, you can almost leave him to roam. But I definitely think Alpha has an idea. The only problem is he is completely alone. Yeah. Everybody else on the other side of the map, as they now look to wrap through the heavens, him finding any sort of ground is going to be difficult. Fnatic are all in on this B defense. The only man there is Alfia, and caught trying to shoot out any little utility that was thrown in.
Yeah, a little mistiming on the wall there in terms of Alpha's ability to reposition. Boaster previously considering bolstering that position with Alpha, but in Pacific will just sweep through here. 5 standing. We get themselves the plant and a free round. And a conversion on top of that.
Yeah, 3-0. It's definitely as good as a start as you could ever get. I think the only thing that people will also begin to look at is that Fnatic at times sometimes versus, they seem to go close versus everybody. Like it doesn't seem to matter who the opponent is. It's just like
the life of a Fnatic fan.
Yeah,
right?
it's like, let's just give us a heart attack at the beginning of the day by losing the first map. But I almost feel like if that happens, you always end up doing the other team an injustice by just sitting there going, they're going to come back eventually. They're going to turn the tide. But it's been a stellar start, crushing the initial aggression of Fnatic, and 3-0. They've matched their attack rounds versus GX.
Setting the bar high. Well, did you see that 50% post-plant success, Tom?
Well, it can't have been from last
Well,
week's game.
I'm just saying. If we're going to coin flip, I like those odds.
I'm telling you, if this was last week's game, that's not true. I think it's a combination of both.
Okay.
Hold them under.
Still early on. I mean, Kayak's going to get a judge back in hand. Alpha actually picks one up himself. So obviously holding on to 3 weapons from the previous. Fnatic probably going to try and play this one out and absorb some of this pressure as it does come through. We just saw there on the Toasty. Pacific taking their time.
Alpha was adjusting his monitor while in the corner, by the way. He's not quite got his setup right just yet, so he needed to check. He's not
Won't be noted, yeah. So certainly going to be played in this scenario if either Seven or Ninja decide to progress further forwards here. Flash will note presence outside A. We'll keep Crashies and Kayak on red alert for the time being. Pacific taking their sweet time here, trying to get a feel for the map. It looks like Cupid's settling on shifting the focus towards B.
That's where the majority of the rifles are, at least, but a lot of pressure will be put onto Boaster, an opportunity to delay. Smoke going up, and it seems like they may be going to try and sell this as a bit of a ruse on the other side of the map. The battle versus Kayak doesn't go well, and it's not one that CNET can really opt to take. Ninja, however, has found one, and so is Cupid. Double entry in onto the B site. Alfia, of course, still only having himself the judge.
CNET found Kayak as well.
Now with those rotations down, this again becomes another troublesome position for them to fight back into. The post plant right at the back of the site. CNET's actually all the way back into middle. The flash is good, but the swing just not quite timed well. And it's Cupid to now get a double. Maybe he was saving himself after the skirmish, because the skirmish didn't go well,
No,
but he's doing great here.
He had to open up here with a 4-round start versus Fnatic. And this one slowed down massively. Again, it's just a lot of this rides on Boaster being able to survive long enough where they can at least create some sort of pressure ahead of us. In the flash, yeah, catches one player, but Cupid completely unaffected by that. Cleans up with a 3K. Will force an early timeout here from Fnatic. Probably a chance come, but still. To then come up against Fnatic and be in a 4-0 lead here, where Fnatic have been fairly timid in some of these rounds. And now, I mean, ultimately in a position where you're going to concede a 5th based on the inventory. It's just Sheriffs and a Ghost for Crashies. Another chance, actually, for CNED to make use of this scope. But Kayak's going to find the first. Valorant will pull. Good stun. The follow-up's going to land here.
You get the gun.
Pain Shell's good.
Yeah, and he got the gun. And the orb. They've come out of that one smelling like roses to get the upgrade so early on. A little bit of more aggression as well. The team synergy to take out Valorant, that hard lurk over on the A site. But they are recommitting back to the angle.
Alpha's still here. 2 more will find a showstopper, something to potentially offset a lesser purchase like this. Boaster's going to be able to feed across that information with no wall to cut sight lines, but can't find this first one. That's it, catches the satchel and the reset.
That's just nasty. Eventually cleared, and the swing from Kayak caught as well. That old Liquid Academy duo managing to hold the line. CNED just taking spaces. There's nobody left on this side, and also the gun has gone as well. That's more of a problem. A wonderful shot from CNED, but Boaster already back into the site. Flash coming in from Crashies. CNED is just taking over once again. 7-1 already. And leaving it onto Crashies. Rifle retrieved, given a chance, but not much of one. And with the overdrive popped, he's going to have to be that little bit more careful. Needs to be quick on the trigger, and he isn't fast enough. A little bit more dangerous but Pacific are now 5-0.
But Pacific about to win an attacking half. I mean, their ability to slow things down here really causing issues. Obviously a lesser purchase here, but with a big win at the start of the round, CNED just continues to take liberties in terms of this space. Sitting at 8-1 right now. Rifles back in hand for Fnatic now, an operator for Kayak. Ultimate starting to come online as well. You'd hope this be the turning point in the half for Fnatic. There's not much in the form of positives for them. Again, with how tight things are. Actually, seen it just looking to get up close and personal once more.
Yeah, almost had to be a little bit panicky from Vekaj, the operator, forced onto the angle, but it's something that Cupid seems well aware of. As they now look back in towards Alpha, but this is where things can get a little bit more scary. Ninja still wins that fight, though. The drop down clears him, leaves the A site again with a singular defender. They're looking to battle into the spawn. 2 players here. On the other side, the swinging, only a trade.
Spike down A.
Not really bringing the scenario back, in a long rotation coming through on the flank from Kayak as well. We'll box them in.
They're difficult to dig themselves out of this spot now. Have to try and get the plant ahead of the reinforcements arriving. You see Cupid now. We'll stick that in the corner. Difficult to hold on to here, though, because they're both going to be boxed into sight. And with Kayak picking up this angle on A main, rely on a couple of awkward angles here for Pacific.
Yeah, they sent a flash through above just to make sure there's nobody there. Has his overdrive available as well, so ult can come through if needed. Instead, though, he's looking to clear on the back line, and 2 very quick kills. It's taken some time, but Fnatic are finally onto the board.
Just the one. Have to start chipping away at this cushion now that's obviously in effect for Pacific. Only going to be the divide available for them here, but 7 just past halfway on the showstopper. Vekaj does so well to just find this one. Again, because if they get ahead of that rotation, he's effectively boxed out.
That's the start.
Well, I would have said the same for Ninja as well, though.
Yeah,
the drop down into the vent to insta headshot.
I mean, yeah, because spacing-wise,
like,
you rely on the first 2, but Ninja still finding that kill is massive.
He definitely looks on today. And that's been one of my main issues with Pacific, is genuinely they have some very good individuals. They're never on at the same time.
No, I mean, like, you even have the 7 show, see
exactly.
behind the curve, and
There.
it's I'd say that's probably one of the more frustrating things watching them, where we know the ceiling of some of these players. But for me, I mean, Ninja has impressed me.
Yeah,
in a number of series, which isn't the one you'd go to typically looking at these names.
Oh yeah, especially you got an import, you got Valorant, who's been sort of waiting to get into the league for a while. Alpha over the top. Nothing. Doesn't get anything. Luckily, there is a second layer, and that is Kayak already finding a couple. Okay, that was aggressive, incredibly aggressive. It leaves Valorant stuck in a corner. He still managed to bring this back to a 1v3, but now Boaster left on the angle. And they will double up.
Maybe Alpha just chomping at the bit now to get involved in some of these slower rounds. I mean, initially there you see the X-ray, you think, yeah, he's good for 2 or 3 potentially. But it's Kayak to actually catch the front side of this exec. The confirmation on the boombot is enough for Alpha.
There is at least one, and I will get at least one.
I did some trickster shit. Yeah, I think so.
On the scoreboard, the wave. I see a little one.
5-2. I will say, Mike, you said, is this going to be the first half they win? And since then, they've not won a round.
If they get held at 5, I'm going to be a little tilted. I mean, obviously, the operator, huge opportunity in these sorts of slower rounds that Pacific are relying on now. A chance to really find value, and 65% operator success rate for Kayak, certainly a factor to consider for Pacific if they do want to win out this half.
His success is higher than the post-ban of the other team. Just with him having the gun is enough.
The ult's online as well here for Fnatic. That's 10 HP, did catch a tag there. Alpha on the other side to catch Cupid. Cena next up and gets bested ahead of this boombot. So Fnatic might just find their third here. 5 still standing. Kayak barely. It will force Seven and Valorant to reconsider their approach towards sewers, but not much left on the clock here.
Well, yeah, that seemed like you had Kayak taking a fight. Gets out of there somehow. And then you had Alpha, who did technically have support, but I don't think Crashy's even peaked.
No.
I think that was
the
just
support
like,
was the boom bot.
It's just taking a 1v2. Definitely looking like they're back online after a slower start. And it's not too much of a surprise to see the Pacific players just look to hold on to the guns. You've got a few extra credits to buy into the next.
Yeah, you look at that initial string of rounds, and actually to be in a position here in round 8 where you are saving. Again, you don't want to feed into this ult cycle. Obviously, Vekaj 2 away from the pit. Crashies and Alpha both
Alpha's almost back.
Yeah, he's almost back. Yep.
Are surrounded by minions.
So understandable for sure, but again, if you look at the purchase coming out of this, because I think we'll see Pacific call a timeout here after conceding 3. Probably conscious that they
won 3. You are in the same position as KC and basically preying on others' downfall. Their group also looks kind of stacked.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It does indeed.
Like GX are 2-1 right now, and they are one of the teams I thought would be at the bottom.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Seeing it again, going to try and play a turn of pace here. This will get them control of vents early on. Not slowed down by this utility, and not much damage done either. We have to freeze behind this smoke, but we have Vekaj and Alpha ready to greet them. That's right, Valorant once more not making moves, wants to get a better understanding of positions here before he can find a pick somewhere. If they don't get a bite on this mid-take, though, I'm curious of what the decision-making is.
Yeah, it seems like Fnatic are just able to hold on to these flashes for so long, and again, they're trying to sell this ruse towards the B site, which it's held a player there for now, but look at them already re-aggressing. Fnatic have realized that, okay, this fake is the same fake every time. Nice work by Cena to at least give a freebie, but they still have to get past another wall. I don't know if he meant to throw the stun in that moment, but the swing around the corner has gifted a pick away. Alpha needing to get something. Maybe even before this post plant goes down, as a 4v3 seems tough.
Well, found both ramp players now, brings it to a 2v2. CNED and Ninja both tagged up, but CNED goes ahead of the curve here. Both will fall, and Alpha finds himself on a 1v2.
Yeah, both tagged. Definitely still a chance, but the way CNED's been playing, it does almost feel like the CNED of old. The bar's back, not quite able to get him. A Ninja immediate on the response. Pacific at least going to be level going into the next half.
Damn, there is a chance for Kayak to go absolutely nuclear here.
Yeah.
Again, the stun just leaves him in a position where he can be overwhelmed. Really unfortunate for him, but Cena does really well to find another advantage here. Catching Boaster, totally unexpected.
Vamos.
And seal the deal on number 6. As you said, at least we'll go in even here.
Having both CNED and Ninja on at the same time is making this team look dangerous. Viper's Pit will be thrown in immediately down mid. And let's be real, Pacific's pressure has mostly been a mid plus A or a mid plus B. They've been utilizing this spot a lot, so taking it out of contention could be tough.
It'll be much quicker in terms of the regroup outside A. Kayak still here, operator in hand. Crashy's playing a little deeper this time around. Kayak doesn't want to reveal the operator just yet. Seven's going to pop the showstopper. Pressure's coming through, whether you like it or not.
Oh, he's been eliminated immediately. Shot down, leaving Crashies at the back of the site. Had a rougher start to this game so far, needs to get something, and he gets both. Even has some support from the board. And now Crashy's just holding the line. We've been waiting for his moment, and well, his first 3 kills on the board are a complete shutdown.
And it's absolutely what Fnatic need. You see the gap in rotation, and even so, there's a smoke popped just behind Heaven. Crashies has to find minimum 2 in this situation. The third is the cherry on top. The timing for Vekaj to swing through as well. Big, big win for Crashies. First 3 kills on the map as well to get on the board. See here, broken by round 11 for Pacific. The funds all but dwindled. But a pit, a Nightfall to work off here. The flip of the script towards B.
This is a very mixed bag buy. Some even without shields judged through. And how? How has he got away with that? The slide eliminates Boaster, but it is still the advantage taken.
We'll try and pivot back into mid here. Valorant obviously at rifle in hand, but Crashies conscious of finding that very man. We'll take the space away. Still 3 players for Fnatic tucked into the B site. This is a hard scale out of heaven here.
There.
You no longer have CNED or Seven to try and break that vision. It almost just has to be a slow push. Valorant has done well, and the trading off leaves this down to Alpha at the back of the site.
Face your fear!
Rotation still very far away, but he hasn't been revealed. Maybe not expecting anybody to be this far back. It only leaves a couple of spots for them to try and hold, but nobody's looking in that direction. Didn't clear it at all. And now with 30 seconds, he's bought time for Crashies to wrap him from behind. It seems like Ninja has the idea, but it's not quite quick enough. 6-5, a close round, and well, another high-impact kill from Crashies.
Definitely. And their ability to seal this one when it looks like it might just spiral out of control for them. Alpha obviously noted early on this, but there's just a few question marks and a really risky plan in this situation from Cupid. Again, that side of the site, you haven't got many options. It's like the box is spammable, but way out in the open here is kind of just leaving open way many more possibilities to Alpha to still be tucked in and just waiting.
I guess they expected him to have swung by then, because they put the Nightfall through the left hand of the site, so they even think he's taken main. But then to use the Nightfall and then not check the one spot that was left is definitely a blunder.
Dog out early here will reveal Valorant. I think Alpha's looking to be a little more decisive, but shut down here. Crashies. Let's see if he might want to swing onto the angle as well.
Oh, that's a good setup.
What?
Okay, somehow Fnatic have come out on top. Kayak quick enough to swing. Found themselves in a 3v3.
Repivot back into sewers again. Valorant obviously noted early on. Crashies now going to be relaying that information. Kayak still over towards the B site. Valorant has to win this, and he does.
You are divided.
Ooh, the spam not quite dealing as much as they'd hope.
Oh, I love this though. Getting on the other side of the divide here. Vekaj, unfortunately though, playing ahead of it, will have a good understanding. Swings onto it though. Valorant good for a third. Kayak now in a 1v3.
They are going towards him, though.
Oh my God.
This is the one place that they don't want to go. It actually gives him an opportunity, but they are good enough with the triple peak. Ready and aware. And well, it was one of those.
They won an attacking half.
They have won an attacking half. Still a lot to come as we will go to a break.
It's an orb emitting.
Remaining.
In terms of anchor, I mean, it's only really Crashies that's excelled in that department in what, 2 rounds?
Yeah, he won them 2 rounds and he has 4 kills total.
Yeah, exactly, Whereas usually you'd see like someone like Alpha or Kayak on an island delivering kills. They weren't really granted that. Nice take in though. Alpha still catching that flash, but Cupid unnoted.
They will check, surely, and well, he had an opportunity, but didn't quite get anything from it. Very quick reaction, though, from the Pacific players. Alert coming in through mid, some time maybe needed to be bought, but they're winning the fights anyway. Ninja doing well, but it is only one, needing another miracle from CNED, and while Valorant is so far away, maybe still worried that this could have gone back in the other direction. He'll need a 1v4, otherwise a chance. Well, to get one away, but almost to level up.
The first would be the important one here. Kayak tagged up, 35 HP, has to head for the hills. Unfortunately now there's 3 others to overcome. I think the time probably going to make this decision for Alorante. Unfortunately, Crashy's still here on guard. We'll find it. Number 6 for Fnatic. A chance early on to equalize the scoreline.
Yeah, much more direct. We saw at the beginning that they're actually only the 3rd slowest team on this map, which is quite rare. They're normally very slow. But for now, much quicker pistol rounds. The double dive in towards the B site.
And obviously here, if they can do any damage, prevent an early snowball, it's going to be crucial. Obviously, Pacific set the bar pretty high in terms of that string of rounds in the first half, but certainly Fnatic no slouches here. They can assert a little dominance, set the tone for the second half. It's going to be the biggest issue for Pacific to overcome.
I quite like the idea here, but we had this, I think it was last week, where they left CNED alone on the B site, and his job is basically to just break any utility, fake the idea that there's somebody close, and try and bait them into rotating into the other side of the map, which is the stack, when nobody else is holding. Unfortunately, Fnatic do tend to watch demos. I think Milan does watch a few of those.
Yeah.
And so I think they might have seen that one, have decided to go B anyway.
No surprises there. Fnatic still waiting for a swing out here. Again, it is just classics on the way back in. If Pacific decide to feed into this. And again, conscious of that early snowball, it's Alpha and Crashies to have the lion's share in terms of
30 seconds
old
left.
progress.
Well, let's be real.
First cycle.
Alpha has a pistol. Alpha is going to push 100%. Unless he's completely, I don't know, scared from the first half. I don't think that's ever going to. We saw him diving with a shorty.
Yeah,
so
I mean, yeah.
It's never going to happen.
That doesn't track. That doesn't track.
I don't think he's ever been scared. Maybe annoyed.
No catch on the flash.
Even a death here is fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
I still have a feeling he might at least get one. No, Ninja again. It's going to stop him. Now, again, they can still send the backhand in if they wanted to. Has a ghost and nothing more, but it seems like they're not wanting to just walk straight into the blender, not wanting to give orbs over, and that's exactly what Pacific are doing as well. From an early lead, Pacific have been brought all the way back to 7-7. The question is now going into the buy round, can they build from here?
Obviously the purchase protected here from Fnatic. Will settle on all rifles, barring Boaster. Alpha, just a little golf clap.
They're going for it again. Maybe still just trying to get that B orb, but it seems like Fnatic's idea is just to continuously put pressure on this side of the map. They're yet to really even go anywhere near the other side, but no, it is the same. Early flash straight in, 3 players already rotating from the side of Pacific, and CNED off to a flying start. In fact, he's got 7 alongside him, looking much better versus the bonus, but the bonus that had a fair few weapons alongside it. Question will be, is there any response? Nearly every member of Pacific now here, and 7 starting to thrive.
Wow.
Cupid alongside him. Oh, Crashes have big rounds, but it's going to be an in-zone flawless for the first purchase of Pacific.
What a way to answer back. Squash any hopes of Fnatic riding that early wave. Keep the finances in check, and ultimately prevent them from really getting towards Alpha's ultimate for this first hold cycle. Would have been crucial. For me, at least, for Pacific to keep Fnatic honest here. Yeah, Crash is still halfway past for the Seekers, but again, you look elsewhere, the pit and the divide, the ones that allow Fnatic to probably string something together in terms of an execute.
Oh, that Prowler's been heard. Beckhan's just watching, waiting, but he's just been domed by CNED. Another fantastic start to the round for the Turkish duelist. And now Fnatic almost feel like they need to react. Patiently waiting just in case there is any aggression. But they are now doubling back down on gaining the A control that they lost, and the patience of Alpha does get him one, but again, Pacific very quick to keep that advantage.
And still, an ability to slow some of these rounds down for Pacific. The key, ultimately, to this defensive side for me, but Kayak finds 7 here off the ropes. Ninja forced further forward by this stun, might be isolated here.
They're just creating a distraction. Yeah. It's so difficult to hit those neons while they fly. And while CNED would love to have the support, but right now he's waiting for that rotation, almost trying to bait for his teammate, but his teammate's caught swinging. It's left all onto CNED. And what was a very short-lived build into this defensive half, Fnatic a back level once again.
And actually, still Pacific missing a couple of players in terms of progress towards this first ult cycle here, but again, what's key for me is this might be the approach for Pacific now. The ability to slow down, and obviously Fnatic probably having a good read on that situation. Again, just isolating some of these site anchors with utility. Back in here now, showstopper in hand, crashes, one off the Seekers. A quick pace change here, Kayak will find 7. It's now Alpha to follow through without the showstopper.
Even if he doesn't get anything, it's just holding onto the ground. Tries firing it in, but nothing found other than space. That space, though, when up against some weaker weaponry, can pay dividends. It'll be CNED actually entering alone. It seems like a couple of the players are falling all the way back around towards the spawn. This is such a long rotate. I can only assume this is, we want to try and kill some people as they exit.
Yes, yeah. Probably just to chip away at this this inventory that Fnatic have right now. Again, really, I mean, Kayak, the next one in terms of ult progress. A kill and dying here. You take that any day of the week.
So flash,
beautiful.
Yeah.
Number 4 found.
He didn't need to die.
No, no.
Oh, well, at least Cupid will just go down to the spike. 9-8. Fnatic, after what was a pretty hefty deficit, 5-0 down in the first half. We were almost just waiting for this comeback to eventually come through, and they are now in the lead for the first time. Even still, though, we have to look at Pacific. We've said they always bring it close, but it never quite works out. Is this now just going to be the run to the finish for Fnatic, or are we still going to see some of that contention? Because I'd like the aggressive stance they've had.
Yeah, absolutely. I think here, especially on a rifle round for Pacific, if you're going to make a go of things, yeah, while it's a positive sure to slow things down, you want to see them be decisive here in some of these. You're not really willing to go forward, and on the back of CNED having a great first half, and a couple of other members. A little surprising to see, and Boaster will find a free beat through the smoke.
Now they feel like they have to re-aggress. 7 does well, but maybe not expecting the second player to be alongside, and all this time it's not pretty. Ninja down.
Concealment.
A long rotation through the spawn once again. The Seekers maybe not quite giving away the position.
Spike planted.
But even still, or once again, you look at this and go, financially, is this worth it?
Again, I mean, 7 sitting at 650, 1 away from the showstopper.
Where are you going?
Jay. Well, kept in check for the time being, but probably a good read of the situation now. Cupid a million miles away from this.
Oh, he's cleaning his hands.
I was going to say, taking the time to dry off a little bit.
I guess you know you can't get peeked from main because your teammate's there, so it's a safe space. They didn't check it in the last half, so maybe the opponents won't either.
But I mean, look at this now. Like I said, this is the point where you'd ultimately want to see Pacific make a stand. 1 off the Nightfall. Like I said, 7, 1 away from the showstopper. That's a mouthful. Shevan. And CNED will find his ultimate off those kills.
He's popping off. It's been the whole game.
Looking way more comfortable this week, yeah.
Yeah, like we saw the aggression he had outside A main, where he just immediately, I think he popped Vekash's head, just he swings around the corner. Like, he's looked very, very good. It's just, when he's not in position, there hasn't been too much else. And even the sort of attack side when you had CNED and Ninja, like them swinging together, looked really nice. But now we're starting to see the holes because, as always, you don't get everyone.
It's not really a necessity.
No.
See, talking about the old cycle once more, 7, much slower game for him here on split for sure, but a chance here maybe to turn a new leaf, 1 off the showstopper. And Fnatic looking to potentially make early progress. Once this smoke drops towards A, it's going to be Ninja called upon. 1 more for the Nightfall, but he does actually slip away from elbow.
Yeah, it looks like he's just trying to pop one and then back his
He's not far off with that.
Yeah, he hit a couple of taps onto Kayak, although he'll at least be he'll back up to 100. He knows that they've lost Heaven control. 2 players are here, ready and waiting. CNED getting ready to go, and it's worked out. The reswings from his teammates have done wonderfully. Even a secondary stun as they look to try and fade away. Spike can be retrieved though. With Boaster still lurking on the other side of the map, this 1v1 back to the skirmish.
Cupid's headed out. Cupid's actually given up the site here. And expecting them to be able to establish this hold is going to leave the B site wide open. Boaster has backfilled this. 7 still a little bit away from this. Even looking at it here.
30 seconds left.
Kayak, ultimate, sure. Maybe just putting faith in this retake in terms of the ults that are going to be available.
Yeah, they've just got to be careful of the aggressive position. Nightfall in here, you can clear so much of the site. But if Boaster manages to get ahead of it, you could be in a little bit more trouble. Nightfall getting prepared.
It's not going to catch him.
It won't catch him. He's now a snake in the grass. Less of the utility going through on the other side, but
no!
he looks to go back in the other direction. Now Vekaj is left completely alone. They're already getting onto that spike, and Kayak from above is also only on 35 HP. Vekaj has to do everything, and they are just sticking this the majority of the way. They're given a chance. It's a fadeaway shot from CNED. Back down to 1. Pacific not done yet.
As I said, must win. It comes right down to the wire. Boaster, maybe a mini-map moment or something there. And not caught by the Nightfall. A chance to absolutely rip this one away from Pacific.
Yes, come on, man.
And a response found here after 3 consecutive losses for Pacific will keep them within touching distance.
Can we get think your heart rate monitor?
No, no. That's the next step for the that's the next step for the coach booth. Just the heart rates. Actually, I mean, are you onto something there?
And we get them one of those 4D chairs, and people can donate to, like, you know, make water spray out the front of the monitor. I don't think Pipsons would stop.
No. Operator here for Kayak, though. Chance to maybe do some work. Ultimate is available for him as well. Drifting onto this, doesn't catch initial peak, but getting this slower approach from Fnatic, unable to really pin down somebody in terms of an opening engagement. Kayak desperate to maybe catch Cupid. Force out the gravity well here, and Boaster has found Alorante.
Yeah, they've caught that mid-presence. Still looking at that showstopper, though. It's not in a bad place.
The Ninja, he's going forward here with the Prowler. Could get backfield, yeah.
Immediate rotation as well. This is where you see CNED quickly onto the scene. And with 30 seconds left, kind of committed at this point.
I mean, unless Alpha can make some noise, posture up a little bit here. No chance of a rotation here. Kayak gonna pop the ult and head into sight.
Leading the way, hit by the showstopper, 14 seconds. This is looking like the Fnatic of old. They need to get in, and they need to get in now, and it is all fallen apart. The time, seemingly their biggest enemy, and at this point, just fade away. They just got to hold on to the weapons, survive the round. Well, we thought the Fnatic were going to run away with it, but Pacific have leveled once again.
All tied up, not something I expected to be saying, especially in this opening map, but Pacific looking to do the Pacific thing, man, make this close, and it wouldn't be Fnatic without it going the entirety of this map. Now we come back to that criticism of inability to close out. Is this one you throw into that bucket, Tom? In terms of Pacific here, double digits. You look at actually the funds behind this, it's semi-protected for Fnatic, but Kayak's ult popped, Alpha's 2 away.
Yeah.
Don't have that tool available to offset that.
It feels mean, but I'm still nowhere near a point where I believe, even though it's 10-10, even though they've had a good fight all the way through.
I hate watching right now.
No, but it's just, I always have faith in Fnatic to close, and I don't have it in Pacific. It's like they're the two opposites fighting against each other. And I don't know, I think until we see them hit that 13th round, it's going to be difficult to believe. Timing. That's not found Cooper, but the nade will delay them anyway. Maybe remove the expectation. The Spike is already running back in the other direction. The Prowler sent through once again, but still finding nothing.
Cned's on this angle with an op, though. And will slip into elbow. Again, taking their sweet time with this. Ninja's going to be the first one to be spotted. It's orthodox Cned missing onto Kayak and now identified.
Needs some help or needs to escape. Diving into the site. And this time they have found themselves the post. An opportunity to maybe counter with a cosmic divide of their own. And Pacific just waiting for everybody to be on point, everybody to be in position, but still they have to be wary of the player in the backline, or maybe they have to be wary for the player on site. Already one up for Kayak. Doubling up alongside, but Veka's just fallen. In the meantime, though, again, is this double duelist! And again, it's just Kayak taking over. Most are there to close, but, well, we've called this man for a long time, that #1 duelist in EMEA. When he's on, he's on.
That was clean from Kayak. And obviously finding Cned for free, but in the follow-up here, look at this adjustment. Absolutely beautiful stuff from him.
Oh my God.
He was a little surprised himself
You
by
gotta
that
be your
one,
own biggest fan, right?
Broken by here from Pacific. It's Stinger in the hands of Cupid. Cned trying to go forward with this rifle, but going to be identified. Kayak will find Ninja. Again, the C's did catch, but they can't capitalize.
They just can't kill him. And then there's a showstopper to back it up. A player up above that could be a surprise, but that surprise is cool. Valorant still does well. Cned was forced to back out of the site, and 7 looking to try and re-clear back towards the ramp. And if it wasn't bad enough, Kayak's now got his HP! That catch as he uses the Viper's Pit! That's gone, and now 7 has got rid of Boaster as well. It should have been a done deal. Signed, sealed, delivered. Instead, it gets dangerous, but Kayak has just been a safe pair of hands. Every round, the unstoppable force with Crashies alongside him. And Cupid still only on an SMG needs to close the distance, and you just can't kill this man! Another 4K to add to the collection. And Fnatic, well, they've got one man to thank if they win this map.
A 3K into a 4K. Insane from Kayak. The divide and the pit getting popped at the same time. Veka's caught with his pants down. When you think it's just going to be Pacific to really swing the pendulum here.
2 coffees, 1 Red Bull. He's like this.
Hey, we're talking about Kayak's consumption today.
So that's what I need.
Okay. And well, if there's a broken buy before, look at it now for Pacific. Well, this time though, we'll actually at least trade this kill towards A main. Cned able to reset behind it. Pit towards mid here will be given up immediately by Alorante.
Yeah.
Against the weaponry that's going to cause an issue here if Fnatic decide to stick the landing here. But
they got him.
Whoa, crashes down, he opened, reloaded. But 3v3.
Well, they've
Look at Cooper, he's so early.
They killed the 2 players that have been causing them issues. It feels like maybe another Crashies round. He seems aware, but not quite aware enough, and that's the Spike. Caught trying to go back. He's just going to give it up. Look to regroup with his team.
Bosa.
Oh, not a judge. This is the one weapon you didn't want to come up against.
Oh, he gives him the angle!
But he's looked back away! Oh, it's a disappearing act. A reverse Houdini as both appear. But they are now running back in the other direction.
30
Clearly
seconds
feeling like this is going to be a B plant.
Maybe a mystery there based on
Bet he wish he has a
Bosa.
pit.
Yeah, if only he had a pit in this situation. Harry Hindsight certainly
Poison's off.
going to lap this one up.
left.
Oh, no.
Oh no, he's had a quiet game so far. Still the third player looking to wrap him in from the same position. It's all going to come down to timing. Does he look away or is he just going to hold on? Oh, it is tight. As it always is with Pacific. But 7, make sure that we are going to go the distance, Mike.
Just one more for Pacific. 7 trying to rile everybody up here. Again, it's so messy. So many situations in this where it really just hangs in the balance for both of these teams. I mean, Ken Bosa, just the timing there is heartbreaking. Come back in here, still a broken bite for Pacific, but at least looking better than Fnatic on the other side. Kayak able to offset that here with an ultimate potentially. Bosa down on a Spectre. 2 away from the Seekers, about the only other thing within touching distance for Fnatic. Other side, CNED just missing 1 Ninja and Cupid the same.
It almost feels like it's in Pacific's favor, but well, we thought that through the first half, and look how the tides changed. Alfier on the sniper, at least a couple of light shields. One of them on the side of the map he's currently facing. I'm a little bit worried about the position of the spike. They are rounding.
Well, Crashes at least heard
Crashes, yeah, I think that'll be enough to make him retreat. And does he retreat far enough? Timing just about works out for him. The whole force of this defense side pushing up.
They have so much space to play into here. And again, a setup from Pacific huddled into sight.
Oh, here goes Kayak. The man who's ended the majority of rounds, looking to end another. Already clearing both players from the site, and the wraparound is only just making it. That flank, an extra second could have made all the difference, and instead now trapped in from one angle, trying to make it through, and once again it's close, but no cigar. Fnatic, we thought this was going to be an easy dominant. I thought that in the last one, so maybe I'll be wrong again.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. I would have expected Split to be way more one-sided. Lotus, when I put it in the same category, I feel like there's probably still just going to be a comfort diff here. Again, you bring out the Sage and the Veto. Obviously, ideas to employ, but it's all about the execution here.
A little bit shaky. We've seen teams try to counter this comp from Fnatic, or this similar comp with a raise for years, and fail. So we'll see. Maybe Pacific will finally be the ones to do it. The Sage wall. They've still managed to get access to the site, and they've already found Ninja. 3 players looking to come in on the flank. Well, Beckett has
no
slightly quieter map last map. It seems like he's had enough.
And Alpha will be found here, but has bought a ton of time.
Their own wall is now blocking them out.
Look at the mini-map. Yeah, both are slipping all the way into B site here. A ton of work to do to get out of tree.
Oh, Valorant will manage a couple more. He's been doing great, but they still need to get past Crash. He's lurking around the edge of the smoke, and he will be there to close the round. A triple to start. And I'll be honest, the Sage wall looked like it hindered them more than it hindered Fnatic.
Yeah, whether or not this is the kind of MO here, but leaving 7 to anchor on the Sage, and if Fnatic can identify that timing opportunity, I think they're probably going to try and exploit that. But that's why I'm still curious to see some of the ideas maybe that Pacific have cooked up around this composition. A little unorthodox, you could say. Always happy to see teams experiment.
Yeah, I remember Foot running a Sage on this map back in the day, but they also run it with, I think it was no flashes.
Yeah.
Which, well, I think they matched that.
Yeah, I wondered where you were going with that, but...
I'm a bit nervous for them when it comes to the attack side, because getting out of some of those chokes is going to be pretty difficult. They do have prowlers, they do have a little bit more.
Yeah, but you are stacking your chips in terms of having a very successful defensive side. So we talk about the split record, which has been towards the top of their preferred map pool. Obviously, maybe righting their wrongs a little bit here today versus Fnatic. Asking the same thing once more.
Gotta go.
Again, we'll at least get a hint of Pacific's whereabouts. Question mark still towards A for Vekaj. Looks like Fnatic might just follow through here.
Yeah, the worry for me in particular on this map, though, is that this is on split. I feel like at times it's not been the greatest map for Boaster, and calling-wise, I don't think they ever really favored split as one of their best maps. This map, I still will stand by that he's the best caller in the world.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. I mean, you talk about comfort zones for teams in general.
Well, look at the space they've already made. Look at the C site. Look at where Althea is. Look at where the spike's going. Like I know that this one's a gambly sort of round, but they've set themselves up for success. An opportunity to build those orbs, especially on the two players that already had them. They were the ones that got the kills in the last round. Crashies is now 2 away from having that Nightfall going into round number 3.
And they're probably trying to get him in a position to find this one as well. Alpha's going to bait onto this angle. I think Ninja's probably got a good understanding of what's going on. Crashies will indeed find another 3K here, back-to-back for him. As you said, that ult progress early on could be pivotal to their success. So the buyback from Pacific, I'm seeing an Odin in hand for 7.
10 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Oh yeah, round 2.
No more dreams.
In-zone flawless coming out from Fnatic. This attack side has always been troublesome to face off against.
Both a little grin across the stage.
Fnatic coming into this one with 5 rifles as well. Not going to make things any easier. A couple of players for CNED at least that would be one shot to that Outlaw. But this is where I really want to see the tech they've got with this park the bus strat.
Valorant going to have his hands full here.
Yeah, the bus is moving a lot.
TP up onto the box here to try and find an angle, but blocked off by the smoke right now. Nightfall posted through will get a ton of value in terms of tags for 7. Stop, Valorant has found a kill though.
Yeah, he's trapped in the corner though, completely stunned, and again! It's just not stopping from the previous map. Kayak gave it to his teammates for the first couple of rounds. Now him and Alpha, Ninja at least having control of the spike. But they're going to be able to fairly quickly figure out where he is. Well, now definitely no. Even allow them to take the spike away. And they're just going to completely reset this.
Yeah, you get another round that can have a ton of space across the map. Ninja still healthy.
30 seconds
Kayak
left.
tagged up. We'll get a confirmation here off the turret, but plenty of options in terms of plants.
Swamp grenade.
And actually teed up to convert this bonus here and be off to a flying start.
Spike
I
planted.
like the positioning though. He's gone all the way back round after the contact of the turret. A clever move from Ninja. And did he spot the second player? Althea just looking to run back towards the site and escape. The timing. He gets tickled through the back of the box.
Bomb grenade out.
But even just trying to bait the idea that maybe he'd already retreated away. Utilize that nano for 1v1. For Ninja, definitely a little bit more awkward. He's going to tank the damage just to try and cross, but it seems like Alpha at this point is well aware of where his opponent has gone, and masterfully played in the end by Althea.
And almost trying to sell that he's repositioned all the way into CT, but Ninja, unfortunately, again, not much time there. It takes him a ton.
This is gross.
Yeah, it's disgusting from Kayak, and Valorant finds a kill, unfortunately. Can't get out of there.
Oh my god!
Pinned in by the stun.
Yeah, probably.
Bucky in hand for CNED. Sheriff. A couple of other upgraded pistols, but it's round 4 going to be extremely difficult for Pacific to navigate.
Well, yeah, they're trying to use the early slow to just... Okay. Yeah, it was an optimistic fight in Alfie, one that he's very happy to take. Utility being intercepted, but I think Fnatic have realized that 3 is a bit dangerous.
Issue being, if Fnatic find that rhythm very early on with minimal resistance, that it's Lotus, man. That they will run away with this.
That guy's just waiting. They're going to fight him together, but they also get caught by Boaster on the cross. And Vekash has been, like, he had a very quiet first map up until the very end where he almost managed to clutch out the game. But he started this one hot. And you have to bear in mind, in the last map, it was Pacific getting a 5-0 lead, the climb back constantly there for Fnatic, and eventually they close it out. If Fnatic get a hot start, it's safe to say I don't believe that that's going to happen the other way around. No,
I don't think you're valid with the early concern being raised that here you are stacking your chips. In terms of this composition, it's going to be really difficult to... I mean, because Fnatic love being so unpredictable on the defense as well. I think really this could be a done deal pending this first half scoreline. Again, Pacific not necessarily out of it just yet. They need to get the ball rolling for sure.
Well, also, you have to talk about the team that they destroyed on the defensive side of this map were Eternal Fire. They're a team that people are looking at as, like, especially on attacks, they've been incredible with how fast, uncharacteristic, awkward they could be to play against 10-2. Like, they made it look very, very easy. So I'm definitely already feeling that little bit more nervous for the side of Pacific.
And here, going to see early posture up from Alorante. Again, going to be forced to make a decision early on. Wall to secure outside of A. So in a good position right now for Pacific.
Well, let's have a little listen in to how things are going.
Gonna be neon up. I'm gonna
shoot. Neon up, to be fair.
They smoke C, bro.
They slow it. Let's wall up now, and we do wall up.
I'll reveal for this.
I'm ready to rebel, probably. I think they want to recall their C, boys.
Ready, revealing.
3, 2, 1.
They came over C. They want to recall their C, probably.
Nothing there anyway.
Let's just go on this A,
Hobby top, maybe, Kerr.
Oh, wall up again?
They peek from B.
Let's go into the A split, boys.
Yeah, open door. Front door.
A split, boys. A split.
You have recon for backside?
No.
He was leaving. He left. I'm gonna ult stairs. You're gonna flood, maybe. One gonna be pit, probably.
Nothing pit. I can't do God plant. Take back sight.
Backside, maybe drop.
I want to take heaven after.
I'm gonna one
do you
with
have anything?
Yeah,
I don't.
But I'm late.
Okay, I'm mulching.
Go up, please, Lucky, so I can get in.
I'm mulching.
Welcome to my world.
Pit in play. Post plant already, and a late wraparound coming in from Alfia. It seems like all the pieces are set up. An audacious spam that has found nothing in there. It's Alfia. Now they have to start thinking about that back. Look at them. All of them just went to swing to check behind them.
I mean, consider the safe. You can see straight away here with where the pit is. They are locked out. And so Kayak catching the backside of that Cupid, and CNET removed. Won't be able to secure the inventory here for the follow-up round, and Fnatic on the hunt here. Rightfully so. Look at the money they have.
Yeah, they can afford everybody to go down as long as that spike goes off, which I can tell you for free it will be. If they can get anybody more out of this, it's a problem for the Pacific players. Seems like they might be able to hold on to those couple of weapons, but that's not what I wanted to see with them coming back in with their 4-buy.
No, absolutely not. No surprises to see Pacific call a timeout to follow that. Again, it's decided by like the one kill at the timing. Alpha's able to capitalize on this lurk. Kayak again, salt in the wound, twisting the knife to catch 2 in transition away.
That means you've stayed in spawn.
You've missed the bus.
you've missed the bus.
That was the round
It's gone
start.
past.
That was the round
bus
start.
driver's waving at you as it goes past.
I'm out of here.
It's not a good sign. Going to try and challenge for early C control.
Most of the TP in forwards here.
Yeah,
Look at the pop on the back of this.
Ooh, about to be back online. And well, this time the fight's looking decent, but even still the trades go back Fnatic's way. It's an attempt to escape, a nice reposition from Cupid. At least grants him 1. That could have been a huge advantage Fnatic's way. Instead, it will end 2-2 for now.
They had a chance to get ahead of this, but was being baited out here. Again, actually, they will drop the orb to try and challenge there. We'll obviously note the utility coming through. Ninja will have another Prowler to invest here. The spam.
Not hitting.
Nearly connecting.
Poison's off.
Nano to slow things down even further.
Not missing.
Vekaz, 1 HP. We'll find both of them. Number 6 on the board for Fnatic, and like I said, starting to hit that rhythm now. You can see in the...
Starting to hit the rhythm.
Well, I mean, in terms of the start of some of these rounds, they're a lot pacier. They're not shying away. They're not looking to really send out any probes. Just full confidence in terms of approach here. And like you said, initially, the engagement looks like it's going a little better for Pacific. Fnatic just happy to bulldoze their way through that setup. That's a 3-strong setup on Mound.
Yeah.
Fnatic just don't shy away at any moment. And that's the sort of rhythm I'm talking about, where it's like, yeah, you can't stop us.
Again, right place.
Look up! Look up!
How is Boaster still alive in this position? He has an operator! He TB'd across with an op, and nobody noticed! And he's come out with 2! I don't know how! He's managed to survive that scenario. Oh, you know, Pacific have all 5 ults online. That's a silver lining. 3 of them are dead.
Spike planted.
He's TP'd across that almost every round.
Yeah. The fact that it's gone up, I didn't even see it on the buy. And then he gets 2.
But they've been throwing the same slows. He's just gone, okay, if no one's going to challenge me, I'll keep TPing. But the mental thing is the fact that Cooper also TP'd and just at no point looked down. Like, just got completely caught off guard by Boaster with an operator. That's another save for the other 2 players. There's nothing else they can really do, but it feels like, wow, rather than everything they touch turn to gold, it turns to mud. Like, it's been a horrible, horrible time. And well, there you go, an 80% success rate.
That is disgusting.
How often has he bought it? Is there
Yeah, well, I was going to say, can I get a fact check on that? But also, let's just, some context would be brilliant. Wow. But he is the goat of pulling out the operator at some of the most unorthodox times.
I love how he paranoid him here.
Yeah. Leave no stone unturned.
Completely unnecessary. But that shot's nasty. Like, Cena has just been made to sit down, and it's got to be a little bit rough. I want to we've been working on that one. Yeah, that one's come straight from the training ground. This time he is looking the right way. It doesn't matter, because 7 died instead.
Paranoia posted here. Kayak looking to capitalize on that. Cena will eat a ton of damage from the molly, but elsewhere, Alpha still to catch him. Chance to reset behind that, but still come away with 2 casualties. A round that they came in with all ultimates, as you noted. The res being removed early on here.
It's the worst person.
The worst one to die early. But again, they're just not in a position to really, in terms of, I guess, rehearsed set strats, that if you were to probably expect, if you're not going to ban this, you come into a Fnatic series, it's like, surely.
Well, it's also, I think Alorante has had his ult since, I want to say round 3, but maybe round 4 as a push. But that ult is so situational. It's like, in a retake where you can't get hit by any utility, wonderful. They don't get to the retake. They've already lost the round by the time that ult
like
is
clean,
useful.
Yeah, clean plants, like, no resistance. And even so, Alorante still sitting towards the top of the scoreboard for Pacific, but again, there's just so many times where they're on the back foot, they're so early on at a disadvantage. Cupid will take some space here. I mean, crashes to just play spoiler. Probably plant the seed of doubt here. Will get big info, but doesn't know about Alorante yet. Now he does.
Oh yeah, they plant, like they're leaving their initiator to lurk across the other side of the map.
It's foul work.
I'm looking at Cupid still in spawn. He has his TP, but there's got to be some sort of doubt. Like, okay, maybe he could be behind us. Maybe someone can check. They might not even be needed though. There's the wraparound, and well, eventually he'll get a kill, but I think the round was already cooked from that point onwards. Cupid maybe thinking he had some time, and instead
he was wrong.
Yeah. They're still going to have all 5 ults for the next round, but that's not the greatest sign in the world. 8-0. You remember the meme that's like the yellow bus pulling and then it gets hit by a train? It's quite a common meme. You see that quite often.
You're never going to let them live that down, are you, that statement?
And then literally start defense and lose each round within about 15 seconds. Like, you've not parked any buses.
No.
Why always me? Why always me? Why?
They're winning 8-0 and Alfia is not happy. Neither's Stinky, but you know.
Well, no secrets about this one on the way in. Vekaj and Boaster both finding kills here. Cena the only
about
one
15
to respond.
seconds, you'd say? Yeah.
Round is effectively done once more.
They used an ult though.
They did.
At least. Here we go. No, Vekaj, he really has just been popping off. But then again, other than maybe Alfia, everybody's been having a great game.
Spike planted.
He seems to be just sitting, waiting.
Where did that shot go from Boaster? It went into the ground.
Straight into the ground. I'm going to guess he tried to no-scope that one. Oh, well, no, come on. They've suffered enough, Alfia. They've suffered enough.
That was payback for dying in garbage time in the previous round.
Oh, no. Well, they didn't save the ult, but I think they have enough credits to deal with that.
Yes. Yeah, I think so too. And if you were wondering what we were talking about earlier, we're about to see a pretty crazy stat. Sure, coming out of this.
That's actually very good.
Look at it, it went in front of the spike! It went in front of the spike! Yeah, Boaster, the second best operator player on Fnatic. 12 kills, 15 uses. In this match, he has 133% impact on. Wild, right?
There you go.
Math.
That's a lot of impact.
That's a lot of impact.
9-0. Still lots of ults to play with.
Well,
Evolution, I think is going to be online the whole half at this stage, I'll be honest with you.
No.
What? Okay. Okay, someone check every PC on the stage. Other than maybe Boasters. He's had a couple of shots going to the floor in the last couple of rounds. He's legit, guys. He's legit, but this is legit depressing at this point. Crashy's peaking with 30 health. 7 down. Another swing. And while it's not going to be flawless, but the game is feeling that way. 10-0.
Is on the cards for a flawless half, yeah.
Double digits in the ones.
In the ones. There's a fairly exclusive club looming as well.
Mixwell
yeah,
waiting.
Mixwell is
He's
just
chomping at the bit.
He is dialed in right now. We another timeout for Pacific. Again, it's not much to consider. Like I said, it's almost...
They get annoyed at nothing.
You almost have to do the hard work in losses like this in terms of at least keeping them honest. And I mean, just
we're currently counting how many knife kills Alfia has got. If that doesn't tell you where this game has gone. The lower third normally gives us these wonderful sets. Like Alpha has 2 knife kills.
Both casters balled. Second
both casters balled. Yep. For anybody who didn't know, that went out to every language feed, not just ours. So not both casters were balled if you weren't listening in English.
Quick pivot away though. Both Seven and Alorante here tasked with potentially stopping this onslaught once more. Boaster to lead the way in formation. I'm going to catch here on the reveal. So yeah, they're going to be able to scale up for free here. Alpha again shining in the lurk. CNED removed.
Yeah, his KD's improving a little bit. Smile might even creep onto his face. A Sage wall has been really tough to deal with.
It doesn't even reinforce, like it's thrown out here. It doesn't even have a chance. It's just immediately ripped away. There's still no rotation coming through, by the way.
Hey, it's wasting some bullets.
That's the value you're looking for here.
Yep, yep. Mate, if we see someone run out of bullets, we know why. Lockdown in play.
Oh my God, they've just...
But you know what? He's evolved. There you go. He has a chance to survive this ultimate. Alorante can put a real spanner in the works. He finally uses the evolution. Could this be the moment the Pacific can win a round? They've still got to deal with both Vekaj.
Vekaj's got a pit as well. Too late to pop in now, though.
Spike planted.
But he's immune to the pit. because he's evolved. We've been waiting for this ult for like 7 rounds. I'm excited. He might not even use the pit. Surely he uses the pit, right?
I mean, I think that window of opportunity is likely closed now.
Yeah, it seems like it. They're just going to try and 2v4 this. Becca in trouble, but Kayak not. Already finding one. Alorante, this is his round. The Pacific have done it. Mixwell, put the tweet away, delete the characters. No 13-0 for you. Pacific have a round. What a pause.
Yeah. What was discussed in that timeout? Now I want to know. Alorante and 7
inspired.
Yeah, just able to, again, 2 freebies for Alorante through the smoke. Alpha, why me beckoning in the comms?
He couldn't do that if he wasn't evolved. Yeah.
They're not too sure about that one. Can they get a second? Still got a res.
Yeah. They've now used most of those ults.
Yeah, I mean,
and to be fair,
look what Fnatic have, though.
Genuinely couldn't. Well, he probably would have just run out of the lockdown. So, you know, I don't know if saving it for a rainy day that long away was worth it, but they've at least got one. Alpha yet primed and ready. Prowler will reveal him, and they're using a lot to try and deal with him, and they will. On the other side, though, the push has come in towards this A site. Even still, Alorante seems to have woken up, holding the line, and is able to escape. Another 2v4 scenario. A pretty stellar first map. Maybe they were looking to park the bus on the attack side, which doesn't really make much sense, but for CNED, that has gone swimmingly. An opening kill, the wall sectioning them off,
Spike planted.
funneling them back into the say so from above it. In fact, I'm just looking at Alorante locked in on that flank.
Yeah.
He's not moving an inch.
Still the wall to consider here, but Bosa is going forward. 7 will find him.
Leaves a lot to do for the remaining defenders. Kayak looking to lead the charge. He gets nothing. Cupid looking like they might just lower that stat a little bit further as Alpha has too many targets and not enough time. 3 in a row for Pacific. They are better than Eternal Fire on this map.
There you go. There you go. Alorante said it poetically.
No one quote that out of context. It does not reflect my true beliefs.
He's here. We'll get the next task ticked off for Pacific. Chance to string together.
Alpha, stand up!
That's one thing you can always just rely on Cupid's on-stage personality, man.
He's 4 and 11.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What was it last week when he was like, you guys are peeking me?
Yeah,
he was like 1 and 10. Yeah. Oh, I love Cupid so much.
Oh, nice shot. Alorante wins the battle of the snipers.
Healing.
Kayak does have another, attempting to try and do a bit of chip damage, make things a little more possible for the pistols, but it seems like Pacific are looking to play a similar game, just watch for any aggression, play those rotations. There is now another Sniper on the angle. And it
CNED
meets the
ducks
same,
on it, yeah.
same fate.
We'll find the headshot here onto Vekaj. 3 left standing for Fnatic. Again, going to get bodies here. They're in position, but Kayak has to go crazy. We want a chance at this. Not going to happen.
No, and now the last 2.
One enemy remaining.
Only with the pistols. Crashy still gets 2 out of that, though. That's surprising.
Yeah. We'll do at least a little damage here. 3 left standing for Pacific. Fnatic now back on decent weaponry. At least here. Yeah, beautiful from CNED.
One enemy remaining.
I'm not even sure actually how Crash got 7 and 7 was the one up on in the smoke, right? Good work at least for him to find 2. Kayak will have a judge here, Alpha down on the Bulldog, so that investment will impact the next purchase. CNED's caught on this.
Oh,
Yeah.
it makes it so easy with the judge. The spam's coming through off the back of the Odin, and they have taken full control of this A side of the map, and any look to try and find space. It's not like with Alfia in the last half. There is a watching eye, and that watching eye was Vekaj.
Try and find an opening back towards B, but
The judge is here now.
yep. This one's closed as well, boys.
Don't do it. Don't push the judge, come on.
Down, B.
Not on that sort of angle, and now you're giving him a rifle. At least a chance for Ninja to maybe do some damage, but it's looking like this streak is going to be coming to a swift end. He's also being flanked on by an Odin. There we go.
Yeah. 4 left standing as well, gonna Crashy again smiling across the stage. Boaster looks heated, actually, or confused.
Maybe
Line.
confused.
Very thin line for Boaster. Yeah, 4 left standing. Obviously, Pacific. Be some gaps in this purchase. One being 7, and I guess the second being these light shields. Kayak going to ride through the judge regardless.
It's going to be a brawl again. They're doubling down versus the center.
This
Caught them
got this
again.
one.
Oh, this time CNED is ready for that aggression, but an immediate
down
shutdown. Boaster continuing that push forward, but has been caught out. And Crashy's low. They just have to try and fall back. Instead of listening to us, though, let's hear how Pacific try and deal with this one.
Clear left, clear left.
Clear left?
I want us to stay. Actually, let's just search on this fucker. The cap.
On side. Give freeze a little bit. He's gonna pick us from
Yeah.
behind. I'm gonna freeze here. I'll
Heavy
hold that.
flank.
Yeah. So they're gonna play 2A and then Kudrisi. I'm gonna think this guy behind, okay?
Last player standing.
Oh my god, I fucking had him as well. I know that.
Nice clean comms.
Clean comms, yeah.
Clean comms.
Yeah, and a little foul to throw to him and then situation there. But to get at this crunch, even here, CNED finding this first one. Boaster and Crashy's just come through. The support system is beautiful from Fnatic. No surprises when I say that, obviously. Fnatic up to 12, looking to seal the deal. The buy back in, obviously from Pacific. But it's far from a comfortable one. Fnatic looking to take the initiative once more on Mound.
They've heard the steps in B. A chance for them to get pincered, though. Paranoia used, but even still, Alpha here just holding the line. He's wiped out everybody to close. It was a close first map and nearly on split.